Alright everyone, so today I wanted to go over what items you want to make sure that you are continuously buying every time they show up from the two different vendors that are available in Raid Shadow Legends. And the good news is the first one is the more simple one, which is the market, and there's really only two items that you want to make sure that you are always buying them out every time you see them. And then we'll move on to the second part, which is going to be more interesting here. So when you go to the market, the only things you ever want to continuously keep your eyes out for are mystery shards and ancient shards. Now the thing is, you probably won't see a whole lot of ancient shards because you can only end up getting 5 of them per month. However, they seem like they cost a lot for a new player, 200,000 silver. Advanced players, you guys already know this, that is a super good deal, but if you are newer to the game, it is an insanely good deal. You absolutely want to make sure to buy those out anytime you see them. And if you somehow get really lucky and you see 2 of them in the same market refresh, don't freak out thinking that that's going to happen often, because there's a limit. You can only end up getting them 5 per month, but whenever you do see them, you want to make sure to buy them up right away. Now the mystery shards, even if you end up having a lot of these, it's still worth buying them all out, not just for the convenience of making sure that you have that food available for you, but also mystery shards can be used when we have summoning events going on, like champion chase tournaments and also the summon rush. Worst case scenario, you can end up using those kind of as backup if you run out of the other types of shards to get points, and mystery shards will end up giving you 1 point each. So it's always nice to have them, and 5,000 silver each is a great price. But now let's move on to the more fun vendor, and that is going to be the Bazaar here with the Tag Team Arena. And I know everyone has mixed feelings about the Tag Team Arena, but even if you don't really participate in it too much, you should still be getting a decent chunk of gold bars, whatever tier that you're in. Even the lowest one of 600 per week, you know, you can still work with something there. There's definitely still going to be things that you want to buy from the vendor, even only getting the absolute minimum, which is 600 gold bars per week. But you can see here, depending on your activity, even if you don't actively do batches every single day, you will still get a decent chunk of gold bars. If you are more active, of course, you're going to be getting gold bars every single match, and that'll allow you to buy more stuff. But when it comes to the priority order, there are certain things here that you absolutely want to buy, certain things that you want to stay away from as far as possible, and you want to cringe at the thought of buying some of these items. That is how terribly they are priced. And I'll just tell you guys right off the bat, the first item that you should absolutely be on the lookout for and be buying is this ancient shard. Every single time it comes off cooldown, it has a 7-day cooldown, so unfortunately you can't buy multiple of them at once. But for 1,200 gold bars, ancient shard, that's a good price right there. You definitely want to buy that up. Now, the second thing that I would say here is the champion fragments. This is a little bit tricky here. It's available to everyone. It costs 360 gold bars. You could buy 1 of these per day, and the reason why I'm not buying them is because I already have this champion right here. But if you end up getting 100 of these, it's going to take you a total of 100 days because you can only end up getting 1 of them per day. You're going to get a guaranteed legendary for 36,000 gold bars. And I know that seems like a lot. It is, but when you take a look at the price of everything else here in this actual bazaar, you know, that's a good price. Like a sacred shard is 30,000, and sacred shards only have a chance of, what is it, 6% by default. Even with double rates, 12% of giving you a legendary. So the fact that you can get a guaranteed legendary for 36,000 points, whereas 30,000 points is just going to give you a very small chance at a legendary, it's definitely one of the better buys. But if you already have him, you don't need to buy this, obviously, which is why I'm avoiding it. Now, the other thing here in bronze that I would, definitely consider, and this is really only to those of you guys who might be a bit higher up in the rankings, or maybe you're participating in the actual tag team arena battles more frequently and you're able to get more than 1,000 gold bars per week, is possibly the energy. 300 energy is roughly like 100 gems worth of energy. So if you, translate that, an ancient shard is also worth about 100 gems or so. If you end up going to the shop and you see like what the price would be if you go to the, the packs that have the shards, it would be here. The big shard pack. You get 11 of these for 900 gems, so it's like 80 gems each. So it works out to about the same if you do the math behind it. I think it's a pretty decent deal. But there's a lot of stuff here in bronze that you really want to stay away from. The silver, don't even think about it. It's just, it hurts me to even think about it. Don't buy the silver. Don't buy the XP brews. You're going to be getting plenty of these through other methods. The rare skill tome, it's just not worth it. Your rare skill tomes are not going to be the item that you really need the most. It's going to be those epic and really those legendary skill tomes. So you're going to feel like you have enough of these. The rank 3 chicken, absolutely not worth it. So really, it's just the ancient shard, the fragments for the legendary, and the energy that I think are the only considerations there in bronze. Now, as we move on to silver, you start to see some better items, which looks like a good sign, but then you see the actual price tag of these items, and that's a bad sign right there. I mean, I don't really understand what's going on with the prices here. Like, the rank 4 chicken is 10,000 gold bars. The rank 3 chicken is 900 gold bars. It's pretty weird. And then you have Ancient Shard for 1,200, but a Void Shard is 15,000, so more than 10 times as much for a Void Shard as an Ancient Shard. You know, I would just stay away from everything here in the silver except for the accessory. This is actually worth getting because these are the special accessories that come with those additional effects added on top of them. Now, most likely you're going to buy this and it's not going to be really that good, but out of everything in silver for 200, it seems like it's probably one of the better deals, even though it's really honestly not that great. Like, the most important thing really is just this Ancient Shard. If you guys are not really super active in the tag team arena and they're only getting like around 1,000 gold bars per week or so, don't really feel too bad because it really is all about the Ancient Shard. The Ancient Shard feels like the biggest reward here by far. Everything else is just so overly priced and doesn't really feel that worth it. Now, as we get into gold here, you can see that we've got, once again, some really cool, tempting items here. Rank 5 chicken, which is somehow only twice as expensive as a rank 4 chicken, but then the rank 3 chickens are, 10% as expensive as the rank 4s. I don't really know what's going on with the prices here. They don't feel right. They don't feel balanced, but they are what they are, I guess. 20,000, 30,000 for a Sacred Shard. I already talked about why this is just not really that good of a deal when you take a look at, the fragments that you can buy. Guaranteed legendary for just a little bit more than the price of the Sacred Shard. Legendary skill tome, 25,000. It's just so unbelievably expensive. The only thing here in gold that I would really lean towards, if you are in gold, if you've got the gold bars, you can buy some of the other stuff, but it's just this accessory here that's really going to be the only thing that is that you'll actually feel good about the value. Everything else is just so unbelievably expensive here that I would probably end up staying away from it. If you've got extra gold bars, the Ancient Shard once a week, the Energy once a week, the accessories, these are every day, so that's 200 a day, 400 a day. I find it hard to imagine after that too many people are really going to end up having the gold bars to end up buying anything else, but I really truly don't think anything here is going to be worth buying or saving up for. If you're somehow a whale player, then you're probably not even really, this video isn't really for you, but then I would just save up for one of these expensive items here. Not the chicken, probably the Sacred Shard. I think a Sacred Shard is going to be more valuable than a legendary skill tome, considering that they are both pretty even in price, but even then it's going to be so rare, so few people are going to be able to even think about, a decision like that, that if you guys stick to just what I said in the video, the Ancient Shard, the Energy, and the accessories, that's pretty much going to be all of your gold bars right there. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything you really need to know about both of the vendors. Make sure that you guys are buying these items, though, if you do have access to them, because they are on a timer. And you want to make sure to maximize as many of the free rewards or as many of the rewards that you get in-game without spending money as you possibly can. So with that being that, though, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to toss a quick like as well. I know I have a red dot. I'll check it right after the video. I think it's just my mystery shard for the day. But yeah, that's going to be it. So videos should be popping up. Feel free to check them out. But if not, have a fantastic day. Take care. And until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.